C you can eliminate. Okay. Okay. So tell me why should we eliminate D? Next. Hmm. Should we use past? Why shouldn't we use had? Past is a completed action. Yes, I'm asking why shouldn't we use? Correct. It is in skeptics emphasize. It is in simple, I mean, present tense only, everything. Okay. Next. D. Why? Why not A? Oh, okay. So you got the answer, but tell me why is that answer? Okay, ma. I understood. You got the answer B, but why should we choose this answer? That's what I'm asking. What made you to choose this answer? Why are we choosing have? That is my question. What is plural? Huh? Did you all get my question? What was my question? స్లోగా చెప్పండి పర్లే. కరెక్ట్. బి ఆప్షన్ కాకుండా ఇంకో క్వశ్చన్ కూడా అడిగా. వై ఆర్ వి యూజింగ్ హ్యావ్ దేర్? ప్లూరల్. ఏం ప్లూరల్? వెరీ గుడ్. సో on what basis we use have? Based on the what is many of the conditions? Plural kaadu. That is the subject of the sentence. Yes or no? Always subject should be agreed with the verb. If subject is plural, verb should be plural. That is the reason we are choosing have. Understood? How do you identify subject? ఒక్క క్వశ్చన్కి ఇన్ని క్వశ్చన్లు ఉన్నాయా అని మీ ఫీలింగా? మరి అదంతా see, if you ask me, do you really want to know? You should be knowing because of exam, first thing. Second thing, all these things anyways you use in your life going forward. You will be using somewhere around when you are writing a mail or when you are writing any paragraph in a mail. There may be many instances where you will be pushed to write going forward. If you are a manager, only your job is to manage people and write mails, attend meetings. You don't need any technical skill at all if you are a manager, because all technical skills will be done by people who are under you. Your job is to just first 4-5 years, if you are really technically sound. Of course, there are two types of jobs. You can be a subject matter expert in one particular coding skill or anything, or else you can become a people manager. There are two ways to choose, but okay, that you can figure out later. But overall, what I am trying to tell is, you cannot avoid English in your life. You cannot escape from it, and you will be pushed to write wherever you are. It can be digitally or written. So these are important. So here, how do we identify subject in a sentence? Dead silence. So subject can be identified when you question the verb. When you question the main verb, you can identify the subject. So here, if you see here, many of the conditions said to be related to allergy fluctuate in severity and also has a significant psychological component. Here we have only have as the main verb and the helping verb. So we do not have main verb here, but usually you can identify subject by questioning the main verb. Whatever the answer you get when you question the main verb, that will be your subject. So simple words, subject is the doer of the action. Doer of the action is nothing but verb. So whatever action does by the verb becomes the subject. Next one. All of you read the question. The Dutch Health Council analyzed several studies and found none of the evidence that radiation from mobile phones were harmful. Start eliminating the errors. Of course, options. You should start eliminating. Is there any subject verb disagreement, prepositional error, articles error, tenses error? You should start eliminating one by one. Is subject and verb agreed or not in this question? Are subject and verb agreed or not? What? Hmm? No. First tell me what is subject and what is a verb in this sentence. So here we have here past tense. So there is nothing like singular and plural here. Okay, the Dutch Health Council analyzed. So there is no singular or plural. So you can continue. That means that there is no subject verb agreement. Error. Next one. We know we only need to see whether this phrase is incorrect or not. So what do you have to change in this phrase? No evidence. Why shouldn't we go for any other option other than C? So if you use this, we don't usually say none of the evidence. Okay, not one evidence also we don't say. That is the reason we are choosing option C. Next one. Is definitely. Fear of particular is definitely to be an instinctive quality. So what is the answer? So A you are telling. Why not other option? C also. Tell me what is your, how many of you are going with A? Raise your hands. How many of you are going with C? Okay, good. So the answer is C. It is very simple, right? Okay, wait. For a fear of any particular enemy is definitely, yeah, is certainly an instinctive quality. So we no need to use to be because there is nothing defined in future or future perfect. So that is the reason we need to make it in simple present. Next one. This is a good question. Read. Option C. Why not other options? Okay. Okay, first option, that does it mean that it is wrong? Then B. Why not other options? Who said B? Why not other options? Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Why not C? B. So the answer is B here. If you remember, when do we use that in a sentence? When we want to emphasize something about the noun or pronoun that is before that. Okay. So here we no need to use that. Okay. Relations to create new boundaries that are not dependent on geographical proximity. So if you remember yesterday, we have discussed the use of uh, prepositions, right? Yeah. This usage of prepositions are very important. Okay. Just I am recollecting what we have learned. So when do we use to? If we want to indicate any direction or recipient of action. Recipient of action is nothing but if when we are, basically we use before noun or a pronoun. If you look at the example here, Sarah is the example. So before a noun or pronoun, we usually use to because it indicates that we are giving something or someone is receiving something from us. Next one is when we want to, when we have any goal or anything to learn. Okay, that is the usage here. Next, time we all know we use in present perfect. Sorry, this is 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. comparison when we are using. Next is for, many of you will have confusion between when to use for, of, and to. That is the reason I'm just displaying this. So for when we want to express any benefit to others. Okay, the gift is for you. Next is intended use. Again, more or less the same purpose when we want, when we have some intention to give something. Next is duration when we are using in present perfect continuous tense. Next one is usage of of. So usage of usually refers when we want to mention any relationship or position. We usually use of. For example, if you see here, the wings of the bird. Similarly, when we want to mention as a whole. So just remember these headings so that you will have better understanding while you are solving questions. And when you want to identify anything, city of dreams, or you want to describe something, you also use description is nothing but when you want to describe something, identity or description. Next one, material or content, a bottle of water. So basically when we are using these cases, we usually use of before the word. Next one, usage of with. This when we want to showcase, when we are indicating any togetherness. The example is given her. She went to the park with her friends, opposition of conflict, including or having. Okay, I ordered a pizza with extra cheese. You can see here. So in these cases, we use with, opposition or conflict. With has more number of reasons. Okay, when we want to show possession, okay, cause or a reason, she was trembling with fear, agreement or support. So basically with is used in many used cases. Okay, now let us get back to the question. Yeah, all of you read next question. Keen eye for, this question will come across now. Hmm. Hmm. That's what, for details she has that thing. Hmm. Keen eye for, in detail when we are saying it as a in different context, like I want to know in detail. But keen eye is a phrasal word, we use it together, we don't, keen eye is what I'm trying to realize. We cannot separate. I should be having a keen eye అంటాం కదా అలా. So that case we use for. Huh? Option A. Why? Very good, awesome. Next, why not this? Very good, very good. Now all are on track. Next. What is your name? Sit down, sit down. Yeah, another relief has been to the airlines and shipping industry in relation of provision of hospitality and use of hotel boarding and lodging facilities. మళ్ళీ దానివల్ల నాకేమైనా ఎర్రర్ అని చెప్తారేమో, అది స్పేస్ తీసేసా. I hope you are approaching the question in a right sense. Don't waste time in reading the whole sentence. Observe the difference in each and every sentence. B. 3. Okay, very good. అందరూ ఒక్కొక్క ఆప్షన్ లో ఉన్నారు. 4. Tell me why. Let us start with 4. Instead of has. Oh, here. Why should we use instead of to, we should use for? Okay. Just now, if you remember, we discussed about to and for, right? So when do we use to? When someone is receiving the something. So relief is received by the airlines and shipping industry. So that is the reason. What is the preposition we should use here? నాకు తెలుసు, అందుకే నేను మళ్ళీ అడిగా ఏ ప్రిపోజిషన్ యూజ్ చేయాలని. టు యూజ్ చేయాలి. When do we use to? When receiver is receiving something, we use to అని ఇప్పుడే కదా డిస్ప్లే చేసా. సో రిలీఫ్ అనేది వాళ్ళు ఎవరు ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ చేస్తున్నారు? Airlines and shipping industry. So we should use two. That clarity is good now. Now go for option. So 4 is eliminated. Now people who said, why? Okay. Why to, why if okay, have been, you said this has been, right? How has been come? What is singular? Huh? Relief is a noun. What is relief? Based on relief, are we saying has? నేను అడుగుతున్నానమ్మా నిన్ను. No, how are you confirming has is right? Okay, why do you think have is correct? నీకు రిలీఫ్ లేకుండా చేస్తున్నానా? Correct. What is the subject in this sentence? See, if you're determining a verb, how do you determine a verb? Based on the subject, right? So first tell me, what is the subject? Relief is an action or a subject? Then can you consider, okay, when you say action, what is the parts of speech? Verb, right? Then can you consider verb as a subject? So obviously that means that another relief is not a correct. So have is the answer. So subject is airlines and shipping industry. So we have to use have been. నేను అందుకే ఫస్ట్ నుండి మీకు చెప్పా, approaching the question is very important. First you remember subject verb agreement. If you think subject and verb are agreed, then go to next error, like check pronouns, check prepositions, check adjectives, check adverbs. Then slowly you can start eliminating types of errors. Then you will end up somewhere. If you are not eliminating any type of errors, reading again and again and again and again, you will end up nowhere. If you want to really get the answer, you have to eliminate types of errors. Then you will get the answer. I already told you how to identify subject by putting question to main verb. Next one. I feel this is easy. How are you approaching the question? Okay, forget about 1, 2, 3. Tell me, how did you approach the question? Like on what are the observations you have seen in the question? Okay, I think my bad. My question is not right for you. Tell me, what are the differences you found in all the 4 questions? Helping verb is different. Can, could, had, will. Very good. What else? Okay, main verb. Next. In and as. Very good. On. Next. Supply. Okay, supply. Next. Yeah, so these are the differences in question. So now you should try to figure out what is the right answer based on these differences. So now let us say in and as. These are two prepositions. What do we say when we are using in specific terms or as specific terms? What do we say? We say in specific terms. So that means that these two are eliminated, directly eliminated. So we ended up here. So now in these two sentences, what are the differences you find? Work and works, can and, these are the two differences. Now we have to check whether can gain or could gain is correct. What do you think is correct? What is wrong with can? So this can and could more defines ability, or like usually we use could for permission, but in this case it is sounding appropriate in both the cases. So now let us check work or works. Why? On what basis you choose work or works? Huh? Chapandi. Okay, so do you mean to say sources is the subject? అక్కడ చూసుకోవడం కాదు, నా క్వశ్చన్ వినండి. Is there only one subject in this sentence? New scheme. That is also one more subject, right? Now there are two subjects in this sentence. So now what would you see? Correct. Correct. No. The thing is that here, basically in this sentence there are two sentences. One is main clause, another one is subordinate clause. If you go to English, okay. So till here can gain a lot if the new scheme to tie up coal supply works. Okay. Here, if the new scheme to tie up coal supply work, on what basis do we select work or works? Work is here acting as a verb. Okay. So for this sentence, new scheme is the subject, not sources. So new scheme is singular. We should use works. That is the answer. For this sentence, power sector can gain. This is the subject. Second. What happened? Okay. Next one. I think this is easy. Straight answer you can find. Why? Very good. 3. All are on same boat. Very good. C is the answer. Not much explanation or grammar is included here. Other sentences are little awkward and not properly constructed. Thus, this particular sentence is it satisfies one of the primary challenges and endorsement from others. Reading comprehension, shall we do? Okay, start. చెప్పండి. క్వశ్చన్. ఫస్ట్ చెప్పండి. All of you read one paragraph. ముందలకి వెనక్కి, వెనక్కి ముందలకి. So which of the following can be noted about the techniques used in Shakespeare comedies of Shakespeare? Why none of the above? Huh? No option found in the paragraph. No. B option is there, right? They were consistently employed in the all the plays. It is mentioned here. See here, he used many techniques in his comedies, and often these techniques would be reused in all the comedies. Next one. Yes. Next one. As understood from the passage. What did you understand from the passage? That is the question. Shall I scroll up? People will be tired, I guess, to read this passage, I guess. Okay, but anyways, just have a look at the passage because you want to understand the whole passage. This tests your patience. Shakespeare is known as one of the world's greatest playwrights. He has written tragedies, histories, and sonnets, but one of the Shakespeare's greatest talent was writing comedies. He used many techniques when writing a comedy, and some of them seem to be consistent throughout his comedies. One of the first techniques that should be discussed is the subject matter of Shakespeare's comedies. Shakespeare always used love and marriage as the content for his comedies. This can be seen in comedies Much Ado About Nothing, As You Like It, A Midsummer Night's Dream, and The Taming of the Shrew, where the characters fall in love and get married. Another technique that Shakespeare incorporates into his comedies in the use of lower class for comedy. Shakespeare tends to poke fun at the lower class and make them into fools in his comedies. As an example of this is Much Ado About Nothing, where Shakespeare has the constant Dogberry and his foolish assistant Verges can run around acting like they are riding horses. Another example of Shakespeare use of lower class for comedy is the taming of the shrew. In that comedy, Shakespeare make Petricho's servants bumbling and incompetent. The use of eavesdropping is another very important device in Shakespeare comedies. This technique plays a major role in Much Ado About Nothing, where it is used to get Bendrick and Beatrice together. Also, it is used considerably as you like it. The last technique is the one everyone knows and loves, happy ending. Shakespeare consistently has a happy ending in his comedies. These happy endings usually involve the lovers finally getting together and get married after they have solved the problem that had been in keeping them apart. This can be seen in Much Ado About Nothing, where the situation between Claudia and Hero were cleared up and they were able to marry. Also, Benedict and Beatrice were able to marry with the help of their friends who showed them how they truly felt about each other. Similarly, situations occur in Shakespeare's other plays, the overall result being a touching and enjoyable journey, ending of a comedy, enjoyable ending of the comedy. As it can be seen, Shakespeare was an excellent comedy writer. He used many techniques in his comedies, and often these techniques would be reused in other comedies with such skill in writing. These plays and the intuitive use of these techniques, it is no wonder why we treasure Shakespeare comedies. Now tell me, what did you understand? Huh? D. So here, beyond D, the technique, this is just one of the techniques. Happy ending is one of the techniques. But what is we are observing it throughout the pattern in the passage, all he is using all techniques, and they also mentioned most of the techniques are used in most of the plays and comedies as well. So overall, we are observing that. Next one, that you can find from the first paragraph, I guess. I mean, this particular paragraph, right? Lower class he mentioned. Much ado about nothing. This can be seen in, no, no. So Shakespeare incorporate his comedies lower class for comedy. An example of this is in Much Ado About Nothing. Okay. Yeah. According to the passage, Shakespeare comedies are treasured because where did you find? With such skill in writing these plays and intuitive use of these techniques, it is no wonder why we. What is that skill? He used many techniques in his comedies, and often these techniques would reuse in other comedies with such skill. What is that such skill? Of the intuitive use of. Okay, I think it is done. Yeah. All of you read the question. Oh. See why? ఆ ఒక్క క్వశ్చన్ మాత్రం అడగొద్దా? ఓకే. A is the answer. Why not called upon? No answer. Upon is also preposition, on is also preposition. So usually the given sentence is giving a positive tone or negative tone. Positive tone, right? So called on means it is more in a requesting sense. When we say called upon, it is in negative sense. So that is the reason we use called on his people to see if they make sacrifices for the. Got it? ఎందుకని? ఎందుకని చెప్పండి. ఎందుకని? Stand up, stand up. Yeah, tell me. What's your name? Santoshi, tell me. టూ ఎందుకు కాదు? నేను జస్ట్ అడుగుతున్నాను, నువ్వు చెప్పింది రాంగ్ అని నేను చెప్పలేదు కదా. ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్ అవ్వద్దు. జస్ట్ ఐఎమ్ ఆస్కింగ్ యూ టు రీజన్. ఐఎమ్ ఆస్కింగ్ ఏ రీజన్. ఓకే, సిట్ డౌన్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ మీరు చెప్పండి అమ్మా. వాట్ ఇస్ యువర్ నేమ్? సింధు. మళ్ళీ మీరు కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అయ్యారా? ఎందుకని? టూ ఉంటే ఎందుకని? ఎలా అర్థమైంది? నేను చెప్పలేదు కదా. ట్రైనింగ్ కోసం అంటే ఫర్ రావాలి కదా. మరి ఏమొస్తుంది ట్రైనింగ్ కోసం కాకుండా? హలో హలో, లెట్ హర్ థింక్, డోంట్ కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అగైన్. ఐఎమ్ ఓన్లీ కన్ఫ్యూజింగ్. నాకు టూ ఎందుకు వస్తుంది అది చెప్పండి. ఏ గాని డి గాని అన్నారు కదా. హలో హలో హలో, డోంట్ ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్. కీ కోసం అంటే డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటి? ట్రైనింగ్ కి పే చేస్తున్నాం, ట్రైనింగ్ కోసం పే చేస్తున్నాం అంటే. వెరీ గుడ్. నేనేమో ఇంగ్లీష్ క్లాస్ తీసుకుంటా, నువ్వు అటు నుండి నీ తెలుగు క్లాస్ చెప్పు. కీ కాకు అని కాయ్. ఎస్ సి హలో, No need to make complex. We already discussed about prepositions. When do we use usually to? When someone is receiving. Here is training is receiving anything, pay. As simple as that. Training is an activity and we are utilizing it just like you. You pay for this training, right? To the college. So college is the receiver. So you pay for training to college. So who is the receiver of your money? College. For what you are paying? So make the pilots pay for their. So prepositions చూడటానికి అంత ఈజీగా ఉంటాయి బట్ అది రైట్ యూసేజ్ మీరు తెలుసుకుంటే చాలా మంచిది ఈజీ అయింది లైఫ్ లో విత్ ఫర్ టు సో ఈ కన్ఫ్యూజన్ అన్నిటికీ అట్లీస్ట్ ఈ టూ టు 3 days లో ఫుల్ స్టాప్ అవ్వాలి మీ మైండ్ లో కన్ఫ్యూజన్ పెరిగేటట్లుంది చూస్తుంటే వై ఆన్సర్లు గుర్తుంచుకున్నట్టున్నారు వెరీ గుడ్ కరెక్ట్ సో ran is the past tense so we should use past continuous tense so whenever we are using past continuous tense or past perfect tense we usually use one sentence in past continuous tense and another sentence in simple past so that is the reason this is the answer చెప్పండి కీన్ అయ్యి అంటేనే ఇన్ డీటెయిల్ మళ్ళీ ఇన్ డీటెయిల్ అని ఎలా చెప్తాం yes tell me what is the answer why huh చెప్పండి yes what's your name oh you are telling for somebody said in చెప్పండి అమ్మా సింధు well, let her we listen to her she has a point tell me keen అయ్యి అంటే ఏంటి అర్థం ఇన్ డీటెయిల్ అంటే మరి సేమ్ అయితే రెండు కలుపుతామా సో keen eye for okay growth so I think yesterday you asked about synonyms and antonyms so I just see if we want there is nothing much to teach about synonyms and antonyms okay the reason is it is not a grammar concept or it is nothing as such so when to develop vocabulary we just have to pick the words through our observation as in you watch movies or you hear you read so we have to pick up in that way but beyond this have you come across root words in English yes tell me some root words huh? root word huh? What is the root word Okay, you misunderstood the whole concept of root words. They are prefixes and suffixes. Prefixes and suffixes are different from root words. Root word is the crux of the root. Sorry, crux of the word. Okay, so I'll just show you few examples. Ha, very good, correct. Root word is the origin of the word. So if you see here, there are few examples. I'll just walk you through. Mal. So mal is the root word. That is the origin of the word, which means bad or evil. So these are the words. So even if you are aware of root words, at least you can guess few meanings. That is the whole idea of knowing root words. So maltreat, malfunction, dismal, maleficent, malice, malignant. So whenever you come across these words, at least you can guess, okay, this word is something related to negative sense or bad. Next one, Theo means God. Atheist is who don't believe in God, who believes in God. Gyno means related to girl, gynophobia, phobia means fear. Pedo means pediatrics, ped, all these things. Child. Demo means people. Amphi means both. Amicable, amity, that means love. Next one, andro means man. Andrologist, androgynous. Yeah. Gynous, I have to find the word. Andro. Misandry means who hate man. So anti. Anti means before. I hope you observe the difference. A and TI, A and TE. Anthrop, human. Next one, arbor, trees. Arbor means trees. Arborist, arbor, arborist. Next one, bell, war, bellicose, belligerent. So whenever there is a word called belly, it means war. Next one, beni, good, benefactor, beneficial, benevolent. All are related to positive sense. Next one, biblio, books. Bio, life, as you all know. Capt or sept, it means to hold. Okay. Captivating, intercept, reject, eject, that is different. Next one is Khan. Or means to eat. Herbivorous, carnivorous, omnivorous. Omni means present everywhere. Or means to eat. So that is the reason. Next one, kata, means down or against completely, which means catastrophic. When we use this word mostly whenever there is some unfortunate events happen. Catalog, caxylum. Next one, cost. To me, it means to burn. Cost rise, holocaust. I'm sure you might have come across this word, holocaust. So that means which is devastated by any fire. Next one is sept or sieve. We already have seen perceive, which means to take. Next one, centi. 100. Centennial, centimeter, centipede. Ped means foot. Centipede means that particular insect. Next one, cerebral, brain. Next one, cert, sure, ascertain, certify. Fin means to end something or limit. Infinite means no limit, opposite of it. Definite, precise. Fill is love. Next one, enough. Okay. Next one. So the question is, the transit of the planet of love happen in pace 8 years apart, apart every century. Why? Venus or Mars? Planet of love is Mars, huh? Or Venus? Okay. I think Venus. ఎందుకని? What is the subject? How do you identify the subject? Sindhu, how do you identify the subject? Stand up. చెప్పండి. ఉంది. ట్రాన్స్లేట్ చేస్తుందా? నిజంగా క్వశ్చన్ నువ్వు ఆన్సర్ చెప్పాలి. Answer okay, fine. My question is, what is the subject in that statement? How? Why do you say that? అంత పొడుగు సబ్జెక్ట్ ఉండిద్దా? ఓకే, ఇఫ్ ద ప్లానెట్ ఆఫ్ లవ్ ఇస్ ద సబ్జెక్ట్, పక్కన వాళ్ళు చెప్పారు, కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అయ్యావు, అందుకే నువ్వు అనుకున్నది నువ్వు స్టిక్ అయి ఉండాలి. కరెక్ట్. సో హౌ డు యూ ఐడెంటిఫై ట్రాన్సిట్స్ అనే సబ్జెక్ట్? ఎలా ఐడెంటిఫై చేసావు అది సబ్జెక్ట్ అని? ట్రాన్సిట్ అంటే ఏంటి? Okay, okay. First, tell me what are the verbs in the sentence. How do you identify the subject? By questioning the question చేయండి verb ni. What happens? To whom it happens? Planet కి హ్యాపెన్ అయిద్దా లేదా ట్రాన్సిట్ కి అయిద్దా? అప్పుడు ప్లానెట్ కదా మరి సబ్జెక్ట్. మరి ద ప్లానెట్ ఆఫ్ లవ్ అనే సింగులరా ప్లూరలా? అప్పుడు వర్బ్ సింగులర్ అవ్వాలా ప్లూరల్ అవ్వాలా? ప్లూరల్ అవ్వాలా? ఏది సబ్జెక్ట్ సింగులర్ అయితే వర్బ్ ప్లూరల్ అవ్వాలా? ఎందుకని? ఎక్కడ చదివావు? No, 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 no. Oh my God. అయ్యో బాబోయ్, ఇంగ్లీష్ లో బిగ్గెస్ట్ బ్లండర్ అది. హలో, there is no rocket science, okay? For example, see, everyone on the team అనేది ప్లూరల్ ఇక్కడ, ఓకేనా? సపోర్ట్స్ అనేది సింగులర్. ఓకే సింధు, ఓకే మీరు ఎస్టర్డే లేరు కదా, సో సపోర్ట్స్ అనేది సింగులరా ప్లూరలా? సో ఇప్పుడు దీనికి ఆన్సర్ చెప్పండి. ఎవ్రీవన్ ఇన్ ద టెలికామ్ ఫోకస్ గ్రూప్ హ్యాస్ ఆర్ హ్యావ్? ఎందుకని? మరి హ్యావ్ పెట్టాలంటున్నారుగా మీరు. సరే నెక్స్ట్ వన్ చదవండి. ఓకే, అది కాదు. ఇది చెప్పండి అసలు. ఇది ఇంపార్టెంట్ క్వశ్చన్ అసలు. చెప్పండి ఎందుకని. క్వశ్చన్ జాగ్రత్తగా చదవండి. ఎందుకని? ఎక్కడ? ప్రొఫెసర్ ప్రొఫెసర్ ప్రొఫ్ ఏంటిది ప్లూరల్ అక్కడ? మరి ప్రొఫెసర్ మరి ఏది కన్సిడర్ చేయాలి? అండుంటే కదా రెండు కలిపేది. అండు లేకపోయినా కలుపుతామా మరి? వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఆన్సర్? బస్. వై? గోవింద. వై? ఇద్దరు ఉంటే అండు ఉండాలి కదా మధ్యలో. ఇప్పుడు బాయ్ అండ్ గర్ల్ అంటామా, బాయ్ నార్ గర్ల్ అంటామా? అప్పుడు బాయ్ అండ్ గర్ల్ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు మార్కెట్ అంటాం. ఇఫ్ యూ ఎందుకని? వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ క్వశ్చన్? టెల్ మీ అగైన్ యువర్ క్వశ్చన్. కరెక్ట్. ఎందుకని? బాయ్ ఏమైంది? ఓకే సరే, బాయ్స్ అండ్ ఏ గర్ల్ అన్నా అప్పుడు వై? బాయ్ ఆర్ ఏ గర్ల్ ఒకళ్ళ, ఇద్దరులో ఒకళ్ళే మీనింగ్. బాయ్స్ ఆర్ ఏ గర్ల్ డాష్ గోయింగ్ టు మార్కెట్, ఈజ్ ఆర్ ఆర్? కూర్చోండి. ఎందుకని? అసలు ఇద్దరు లేరు కదా, నేదర్ నార్ అంటే అప్పుడు ఏం యూజ్ చేయాలి మరి? ఓకే, రిలాక్స్. సో యాక్చువల్లీ ఐ డిడ్ నాట్ డిస్కస్ దిస్ రూల్ ఎస్టర్డే. Neither nor, either or. Whenever you come across neither nor or either or in any sentence, we have to consider the nearest subject as the main subject, and accordingly you have to agree the verb. That is the rule. So here what is the nearest subject to the verb? So here assistance is the subject, so we have to use plural because assistance is plural noun. Now let's say ulta. Neither assistants nor the professor dash able to solve. Bus. Got the clarity? అది అందుకని నేను రివర్స్ చేసా, బాయ్స్ అండ్ ఏ గర్ల్ అండ్ బాయ్స్ అని. హలో ఇక్కడ చూడండి అనుష. వన్ ఆఫ్ ద మెయిన్, so always it should be plural here. Whenever you use each of us, yesterday we were discussing each of us, one of the main reasons. So always we have to use here are. Next one. Oh yeah. Done? See here, Anusha. What is there? Is. Is or are? Are. ఇది ఇక్కడ. Is. Is used. Yesterday you said, right, one of the have or has. Singular we should use. Earlier I have shown you question. ఇప్పుడు ఇది ఆన్సర్ కి. అర్థమైందా? తలకాయ ఊపుతున్నావు. సి నేను ఇందాక క్వశ్చన్ చూడండి, ఇది క్వశ్చన్. క్వశ్చన్లో ఏమని ఉంది ఇక్కడ? ఈజ్ అని ఉందా? సారీ, ఆర్ అని ఉందా? దీనికి ఆన్సర్ ఏంటి? అది చూపిస్తున్నా నీకు, అంటే ప్రింటెడ్ చూపిస్తున్నా నీకు. కన్ఫ్యూజన్ ఉంది కదా సార్, హ్యావ్ అని చెప్పారు కదా, ఆ క్లారిటీ చూపిస్తున్నా అనమాట. ప్రింటెడ్ నేను చెప్పిందే కాదు, ప్రింట్ లో కూడా ఈజ్ ఉందని. అది ఇది ఆన్సర్ కి అమ్మా. అమ్మో, పెద్ద కన్ఫ్యూజన్ క్లియర్ అయిందిగా ఇంగ్లీష్ లో. అసలు అది బిగ్గెస్ట్ బ్లండర్ ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ అస్యూమింగ్ వాట్ ఎవర్ యూ లెర్న్డ్ ఇస్ ట్రూ. Anusha, clear? Yeah, read this reasoning. Yeah. No one could deny Wheatley's remarkable achievement is in being the first African American of either gender to publish a book in colonial America, a time and place where slaves' very humanity was questioned. Which one is following true? Neither nor. Why? Why do you, how do you say? Okay, she is a slave. Yes. So if you look at here, a time and place where slaves' very humanity was questioned. When she published the book, the slave's humanity was questioned. That does not mean she is a slave. So that is the reason option 2 does not follow. When we look at option 1, Wheatley was the first African American lady to be educated. There is no information related to her education. So that is the reason neither. Yeah. So just to give you some more light on critical reasoning. So here we have few definitions. Basically, what do you mean by an argument? An argument is a set of statements where one statement is taken into consideration to decide on another statement. Okay, that is an argument. So here we have two arguments. All professors are ethical and Manson is a professor. So Manson is ethical because they have mentioned all. If they did not mention all, then it is not a valid argument. So all includes Manson also. So what is the definition of an assumption? An assumption is simply an unstated premise. What do you mean by premise? So premise is nothing but a fact. Premise is nothing but a fact. So here you need to underline unstated premise. What do you mean by unstated premise? That means your own fact. That is the reason it is a assumption. It is not premise, unstated premise. That you have to underline. Assumption is an unstated premise. That means your opinion. Next one. So what are facts? Facts are set of conclusion without a, sorry, facts are set of statements without a conclusion. Obviously, right? If there are two facts, what do you conclude? You cannot judge the fact. Fact is a fact. So you cannot take a conclusion out of a fact. Next one, state. What is a premise? A fact or proposition or statement which a conclusion is made. This is the difference between a fact and a premise. So the slight difference between premise and a fact is a premise gives a reason why something should be believed. Okay. For example, sun rises in the east. It is a fact. Okay. But how do you say sun rises in the east? That becomes the premise. That premise also can be believed because it is supporting the fact. Okay. So that is premise. That is the difference between a fact and a premise. Next one, what is a conclusion? Conclusion is a judgment based on the statements. And conclusion is also something where author tries to prove what he believes is true. That is also a conclusion. What is an inference? Inference is also a kind of conclusion that something must be true. Okay. So must be true is the word here. Okay. If you are asked to find an inference of the argument, you must find an item that must be true based on the information presented in the argument. As simple as that, right? How do you derive a inference from, if you want to derive an inference, you cannot assume something and you cannot decide. Whatever there in the statement, from that, those statements, you have to conclude from the fact, conclude a fact from the given statements, and you have to derive the inference. So that is an inference. Okay. So these are the few words for premise indicators and conclusion indicators. So whenever you come across these words, next to these words, you can say that is a premise statement for the given argument. We'll come back to this. Would you like to do break? Start చేసిందే 1:45 కి. అసలు బ్రేక్ ఉందా పొద్దున? సరే తీసుకోండి, 10 నిమిషాలు. 10 నిమిషాలు. Hello. I am telling you, everyone must be present. I have remember each and every one of you. Okay. To be at war against it. Instead of with, they used it against. Here, to be at war, it's they removed apostrophe. That is the difference. Next one, Sindhuja, I am explaining for you. To be at war with its own people. Same. Okay, to be at place lo on undi. So now, what do we say? Do we say to be on war? No. That means straight away this is eliminated. మీరు క్వశ్చన్ అలా అప్రోచ్ చేయాలి. అదే నేను చెప్పేది. మీరు డోంట్ రీడ్ ద క్వశ్చన్ అండ్ ట్రై టు ఫార్మ్ ఏ మీనింగ్. That is the bad way to approach question. Because we are doing grammar questions. So when we are doing grammar questions, only you have to see in the lens of grammar, the whole exercise. So once you read the question, just understand the differences in options, what are grammatically incorrect. Then you strike off grammatically incorrect options. Next one, to be at war. This is correct. With its own. Is it correct? Here it apostrophe s. Here there is no apostrophe. What is the difference? Apostrophe difference. Ade, what is the difference in meaning? అసలు ఐటి అపాస్ట్రఫీ ఎస్ అంటే ఏంటి? So it apostrophe s means it is. That is the meaning. Okay, contraction of it is it apostrophe s. Here it means it is a possessive pronoun. Okay, that means that it refers to people here, government here. That is the meaning. So to be at war with its own people, government వాళ్ళ people తో war లో ఉంది అని చెప్పేది ఇది అన్నమాట. But whereas here with it is అని వస్తుంది. So this is incorrect. This is correct. Okay. Be it apostrophe వస్తుంది కదా. అవును. All the I honestly I'm telling I am very surprised you did not answer my it apostrophe yes answer that particular question. I was really surprised. So don't dream of solving. No, what I was trying to tell is don't imagine that you are this is not something required for you. Understood? Some of you are very relaxing and doing your own work. So for them, if you are really smart, then you must be answerable for this question. Do. So an independent inquiry headed by Anthony White, QC in 2011 further examined the claims but also exonerated Coucher. So in English, whenever you come across R at the end of the word, usually we don't pronounce that. Okay. Father, mother, you don't say father, mother. So we should hold the pronunciation of our sister, mother, brother, father. So similarly, whenever you come, there is a R rule in English. You can search in Google. There is a R rule in English. Okay. Yeah. Coming back to the question, tell me what is the answer? No error. Hmm? See why? What is the I mean, hmm, hmm, further. Correct. An independent inquiry headed by Anthony White, QC in 2011. Hmm. So here, why? Why do you want to make it a present tense? You changed your answer. Huh? So here they should be comma. Okay. Comma. Further examine the claims, but also exonerated. Some of you may have a question, sir. If we are using but also, then there should be, what is that? Huh. But that is not the case always. See the explanation here. So using but also without not only. This is a special case. So when do we use not only but also? When we want to explain two contrasting situations, we use not only but also. But when you want to emphasize on two positive or two positive outcomes, we use only but also. For example, if you see here, the new policy aims to reduce costs but also improves efficiency. That means that it is not only increasing, I mean, not only to reduce cost but also improves efficiency. But whereas here the new policy aims to not only reduce cost but also improves. So here in this case we did not use not only, but still it is correct. But in this case we use it not only, still it is also correct. So in these both cases, even though we don't use, but still this sentence is correct. C, comma, because there should be break in sentence, right? Then only it will make the sense. The answer is obesity is also a progressive condition, unlike anorexia nervosa, which tends to dash with the age. Inebriate means basically here herb. Herb means something related to toxic or drunk. That is the root word of herb. Inebriate means something intoxicated. Ameliorate means something to improve. Okay, that is the meaning of ameliorate. Negate means we all know, struggle we know. Negate means something to decrease or opposite. So here we want to, it will increase as the age. Ameliorate. So anorexia nervosa means it is an eating disorder. Next one. I often feel I am and dash that I would be more at home at the turn of the century than today. Hmm? Emma? What is apathy? Apathy means love. Apathy means అది empathy. హలో మీరు గోల్మాల్ చేసేటట్లున్నారు ఇంగ్లీష్ ని. సో బేసికలీ pati means emotion. That is the root word. P-A-T-H-Y. Pati means emotion. Empathy means you are visualizing from someone else's shoe. Sympathy means just showing that you are concerned. That is the difference between sympathy and empathy. Apathy means you dislike the person. See, here there is a word A. That means negation. Hello, at least you should guess this much. See, at least by reading the word, you should sense the meaning. I understand knowing all the meanings is very difficult, but you need to have some awareness that, okay, anything that is negating, the prefix is A, right? Anti, A, all these things are negative prefixes. So in that sense, at least you should find anachronism. What do you mean by this? Period of time. So as I already told you, ana means something related to ancient, like that. Have you all do you all know the word chronological? What do you mean by that? Growth. Okay. Okay. So basically chronological means the sequence of events based on time. Okay, that is the meaning of chron. Chron, basically chron is the root word. Chron means time. Chronological, you arrange sequence of events based on time. For example, you want to write your resume in, you want to write your educational qualifications in reverse chronological order. What do you mean by reverse chronological order? First you will write your highest qualification, next you will write your next highest qualification, last you will write your 10th class. So that is the meaning of reverse chronological order. Chronological order means you will start from the reverse. I mean, first you will write your 10th and all, but you should write in reverse. Similarly here, anachronism. Ism is a suffix. Okay. Anachron. That means something related to his past history of time. So what is the analogous means? Similar. Analog means meaning is similar. So now what is the appropriate word here? Anachronism, because something talking about turn of the century than today. So that is the reason. So at least if you have some awareness towards root words or some awareness to sense the meanings. Sir, synonyms gurinchi cheppalante, these are all, I don't say it is a concept, but some kind of awareness that how can we solve synonyms. Are you all understanding what I'm trying to say? All of you read the question. The vacuum not only holds products in place, it also compacts the packing size, reducing the amount of space that they take up in actions. This is very easy. Oh my God. చదవండి క్వశ్చన్ ని. So what is the correct answer? Very good. It బదులు but యూస్ చేయాలి. Again I am repeating, approach the question in a grammatical sense. don't stick to the meaning of the sentence. This is your biggest learning. If you are sticking to the sense of the meaning of meaning of the question, you will not find the answer. ఇప్పుడు అవును సిఎస్ ఇట్ బదులు బట్ యూస్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, సో గ్రామాటికల్ లెన్స్ లోనే చూడాలి వర్బల్ క్వశ్చన్స్ అన్నిటిని. రీడింగ్ కాంప్రహెన్షన్ అవన్నీ అయితే ఓకే. ఏది క్రిటికల్ రీజనింగ్, ఆల్ దోస్ థింగ్స్ నీడ్ కాంటెక్చువల్ మీనింగ్. బట్ వేరాస్ సెంటెన్స్ కరెక్షన్ ప్యూర్ గ్రామాటికల్ లెన్స్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, what is the meaning of implicit? What is the meaning of implicit? Huh? Sentence lo unnadi. So basically implicit means hidden meaning. Explicit means something which is stated openly. Implicit means hidden meaning. Explicit means something which is stated very openly. Implicit and explicit both are opposites. Only assumption 2 is implicit. Why A is not implicit? Very good. So they did not mention only by drunken people in the sentence. So that is the reason A is incorrect. So this is an assumption, right? So we want to give our judgment based on the what is there in the sentiment. Sentence statement. Answer is only 2 is implicit. Yeah. ఇది కూడా తీసుకురామ్మా. What is the answer for this? According to the passage, which of the following is not a topic discussed by females often? ఆప్షన్ ఏ నీకు ఎలా వచ్చింది సింధుజ చెప్పు. ఎక్కడ హైలైట్ చేశారు? అనిపించడం వేరు, అక్కడ ఉండటం వేరు. Current affairs. కరెంట్ ఈవెంట్స్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది? ఇది మెన్ కదా. Men on the other hand were more likely to discuss music, current events and business. ఇక్కడ అడిగేది ఫీమేల్స్ గురించి కదా. Okay, no problem. So the answer is current affairs. Got it answer? Next one. According to the passage, why do men and women find it frustrating to converse? Hello, hello. Read the passage. D for dog. Yeah. So because of dissimilar taste, because if you look at here, by contrast, men spend more time gossiping about sports figures and media personalities, while women likes to gossip about close friends and family. So that is the reason it is difference in. All of you read the question. Hmm? Why? Why do you think leads should be there? అలా ఎలా అంటే మస్ట్ టు యూజ్ చేయడం వల్ల లీడ్స్ టు అని ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేయాలనేది నా క్వశ్చన్. No, I'm not getting your logic. Lead to an lead to బదులు leads to లాగా చేంజ్ చేయడం వల్ల వాట్ ఈస్ ద బిగ్ డిఫరెన్స్ ఇన్ మీనింగ్? Firstly tell me what is the parts of speech of lead? No, I'm not asking verb forms. What is the parts of speech? What is the parts of speech means? Verb or adjective or what? Noun. Verb. Correct. So if you are using verb, is there only one verb or are there any other verbs? A cascade of events must occur. Okay. Fine. So now there are two verbs. What is the subject for occur or lead, or like tell me what are the subjects in the sentence? Huh? Hmm. Correct. Correct. No, cellular response will become an object. Okay. So cascade of events must occur. This is satisfied, right? Now in the sentence, what is there? For a neurotransmitter stimuli to lead to the cellular response. So stimulus should be changed to stimuli, then it will be remain as it is. Yeah, this is grammar test. That's what you have seen. 5 questions you will get from this type of question. So what is the answer for first one? The warning against carbon emissions, which is dash the earth just got more urgent. That is the answer. Unless. Try to fit in other options as well. The warning against carbon emissions, which is dash the earth, which is unless the earth. Do we say that? Do we say which is unless the earth? Unless and without, we don't, it doesn't fit in the sentence, right? Do you say which is without the earth? Which is notwithstanding the earth. Notwithstanding is nothing but in spite of. Unless is nothing but if not. That is the meaning of unless and notwithstanding. Next one, second blank. The UN Human Development Report said on Tuesday that dash global community agreed to dash. So let us fit in the second blank. Why not other options? Why? Hmm. Is it diminish means తగ్గటం కదా, not destroy, reduce. Yeah. What is the answer? ఈ క్వశ్చన్ సాల్వ్ చేయండి మీరు. గ్రామర్ ఈ టైప్ ఆఫ్ క్వశ్చన్ వస్తే మీ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ ఎంత ఉందనేది తెలిసిపోయింది. అలా కూడా మీరు అర్థం చేసుకోండి. ఈ క్వశ్చన్ లో సుమారు 7 బ్లాంక్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఈ కొన్ని బిట్స్ పోయినాయి అంటే మార్క్స్ మొత్తం పోతాయి దీనిలోనే. 10 మార్క్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఈ క్వశ్చన్ కి. So here, any other answers or reasons? The UN Human Development Report said on Tuesday that dash the global community. What is the first blank? The warning against carbon emissions, which is dash the earth, notwithstanding the earth just got more urgent. That means that there is some severity. That's what the whole situation is, right? The UN Human Development Report said on Tuesday that diminished the global community agreed. See, whenever we are mentioning about report or things like that, we say diminish, right? We don't say cut. ఇలా ఏదైనా గ్రాఫ్స్ కానీ లేదా ఏదైనా రిపోర్ట్స్ గురించి కానీ చెప్పేటప్పుడు we don't say, we use this kind of vocabulary. Diminish the global community agreed to dash, agreed to step or verge or top or extreme. Agreed to step. Next one, we are on, sorry, agreed to step, that is third blank. Next, step emissions by half by 2050. The world would face huge economic setbacks and also ecological dash. Why? Why not other options? So if you observe here, they mentioned world would face. Would face means they did not do any research or anything as such. They are just saying the world would face. That is the reason we have to take observed. Okay, quoted or found, all these words come into picture when somebody has done any research or somebody has proved, then we can consider these options. But they are mentioning world would face, so that is the reason we need to mention observed. Next one, we are on dash of seeing humans for the first time in 30 years. Huh? East of, what is the appropriate word? Best. మీకు ఓవరాల్ ప్యాసేజ్ లో బెస్ట్ అని పాజిటివ్ టోన్ లో నడుస్తుందా, ప్యాసేజ్ అంతా నెగిటివ్ టోన్ లో నడుస్తుందా? నెగిటివ్ టోన్ లో నడుస్తుంది కదా, మీరు బెస్ట్ ఎలా సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తారు? హార్డెస్ట్. ఓకే, పైన సిచ్యువేషన్స్ అన్ని ఉండడం వల్ల హ్యూమన్ మ్యాన్ కైండ్ చాలా టఫ్ టైమ్ లో ఉంది అంటే హార్డెస్ట్. నెక్స్ట్, Kevin Watkins, the author of the report, was dash Sorry. We are on the hardest of seeing human dash. Worried. For the first time in 30 years, Kevin Watkins, the author of the report, was dash as saying. Was dash. What is the word? Boon, fury, blessing, deadline. Fury. Because boon and blessing both are positive words, we need to use a negative word. చెప్పండి అమ్మా. I will just check. Yeah, let us do critical reasoning question. Screen share. Without new generation computer chips made in Japan, the US Department of Defense cannot guarantee precision of its nuclear weapons. If Japan told Washington that it would not no longer sell computer chips to United States, the Pentagon would be totally helpless in a dangerous position. Which of the following statements strengthens the argument? So, which statement will strengthen the argument? Yes? A. How about B and C and D? Why do you think they are not strengthening? The accuracy of missiles depend on the quality of computers. C. Okay. How do you think C is relevant? న్యూస్ ఫాలో అవుతారా? న్యూస్ ఫాలో అవుతారా అని అడుగుతున్నా. ఇంటర్నేషనల్ న్యూస్ ఫాలో అవుతారా? No. Okay. So what is the answer? Okay. Why not A, B? Hello. Take it as a real question and solve. Test yourself. How much time are you taking to solve the question? What I observed is, I don't know. Okay, you haven't taken Capgemini, right? Okay, continue. Now, Capgemini questions are little easier, but whereas this pattern of questions are medium. Okay, so Don't take it lightly. Hmm? So if you read the given question, without new generation computer, so the whole argument is talking about computer chips made by Japan versus US. Okay. So that is the whole topic. So if they're asking what strengthens, for example, if you take C, in the argument, they never discussed about Soviet Union. So directly it is eliminated. Okay. Next one, the Americans have been wise in calling off the arms race. That is also not mentioned. Next one, either A or B. Now, next one, the Americans can do a little better than depend on the intelligence of the countries. Okay. This from the question, you may get sense of this, but whole point of argument is between computers versus missiles. So that is the reason this strengthens the argument. Read quickly. Imagine it as a real question and read quick. ఒకసారి మీకు రిఫ్లెక్ట్ చేసుకోండి, హౌ మచ్ టైమ్ ఆర్ యూ టేకింగ్ టు రీడ్ ఎ క్వశ్చన్, హౌ మచ్ టైమ్ ఆర్ యూ సాల్వింగ్ అని. From October 1st, it will be mandatory for oil refiners to blend the at least 55% of ethanol with petrol. The government is enthusiastically pursuing the fuel called jetrol, which increases efficiency. Therefore, the problem of fuel prices is also met. The government is very happy about this new finding, which will introduce in another week's time. Which of the following statements weakens the argument? They're asking which statement will weaken. Weaken means which will not support or which will diminish the state argument. All of you read the question. What are they asking? Which of the following statements weakens the argument? Why not other options? Hmm. Yes. So if you look at, let us start from the last. Many industries have now begun to manufacture ethanol, but I mean, this particular statement related context we do not have here. Okay, directly we do not have about industries and also this we cannot consider. Next one, the price of spirit is also likely to increase. Did they discuss about spirit? No. Next one, the fuel jetrol is highly affordable. Yes, it is becoming affordable. That is already given. Okay. Affordable by almost all the segments. So, but this statement is not weakening the, this is given, but this is not weakening because they only told. Therefore, the problem of fuel prices is also met. That means it is becoming affordable. Next one, the fuel thus produced emits pollutants which are 3 times more dangerous than that emitted by the existing fuel. That means that, okay, they are able to produce new oil which are affordable, but what is saying first option, it emits pollutants. That means this particular statement is weakening the argument. They are countering whatever somebody has prepared. I am a company and I prepared one new oil, and you are telling to government that if you use that oil, pollution increases. So you are weakening my argument. That is the meaning. Striking results have been obtained from investigations of the general standard of health of different income groups. Public school boys who overall come from better fed families are taller, heavier, and stronger. That secondary school boys, moreover, infantile death rate among children of labor was 4 times as great as it was among the well-to-do children. It can be inferred from the passage that what happened? Tagichala. Can I do that? Where? ల్యాప్టాప్ తో సంబంధం ఉండదు దీనికి. ఈ స్క్రీన్ షేర్ కదా, అదే నేను చెప్పేది. ఎనీవేస్ యూ హ్యావ్ స్పెట్స్, నో ప్రాబ్లం. ఓకే ఓకే, అక్కడ దాకా రిఫ్లెక్షన్ వస్తుందా? నాకు ఆ భయం ఉంది 2 రోజుల నుండి, బట్ ఐ కెనాట్ అవాయిడ్ ఎనీథింగ్. సైట్ లేకపోయినా సైట్ వచ్చేటట్లుంది 4 రోజుల్లో. యా, so what is the C? So children from high income groups overrate. So let us eliminate the options. Children from high income groups overrate. Does it happen? Next one, even if poorly fed children are given better diet, they cannot improve. Because here they are telling, moreover, infantile death rate among children of laborer was 4 times as great as it was among well-to-do. Well-to-do are nothing but like high income groups, we can say. So there is nothing much difference. Although nutrition is only one factor of difference, it can hardly be without significance. So the whole discussion is all about health and as well nutrition, one factor of difference, but there are many other things. These public school boys are given more training and physical activities to become taller and stronger. They did not discuss about physical training. They said they are taller and stronger, but again, option C is correct. So next one, high prices keep out of the masses and justify the high taxes in a vicious circle that raises transaction costs and dash in the economy. Consistencies, constancies. So it is insufficiencies. Sorry, inefficiencies. A. Inefficiency, we don't say insufficiency, right? Next one. Are you reading? Only discussion. It is overwhelmingly agreed that the majority of today's emotional and physical problems dash stresses of life. Are you reading? Hmm? Why not other option? చెప్పండి. I'm gonna wait your friend. So option C. So the answer is C. Because if you see here, the majority of today's emotional and physical problems have, okay, the subject is physical and emotional problems. That is the subject. So we have to use have. Has is eliminated. Their origins in the stresses of life. Okay. We no need to use have had. Have had is which tense? Hmm? Present perfect. Have is present tense. That is V3 form of have. Next one. Do you all remember present perfect, past tense concept? Okay, very good. Retailing is the key to music business because it relies largely on walk-ins and dash. చిన్న చేయలు ఖాళీ అవుతున్నాయి ఒకటి. I think this recording should be from this side. Then this will capture who are all there, who are not there, and RK sir will see. Tomorrow onwards, I will ensure that this is that side also. Anyways, I am moving around the class. I got an idea now. An idea will change your life. Why not other options? Huh? Mm. So usually when we are talking about retailing, retailing is the key to music business because it relies largely on walk-ins and impulse purchase, not immediate decisions. Okay. So the reason here we are choosing impulse purchase is usually impulse purchase happens based on emotion. Decision happens based on thinking. So I have a question for you all. What comes first, feeling or thinking? What comes first, feeling or thinking? How do you say thinking comes first? Huh? Correct. చెప్పండి. What comes first, feeling or thinking? Thinking. Okay. For example, you want to buy you want to buy a dress. Okay. You went to a shop. I am asking what comes first? Feeling. Huh? Anna? So don't you think when you are when you want to buy something, that means somewhere decision happens because of thinking, right? No. అప్పుడు నీ నీ థింకింగ్ యూస్ చేసే కదా నచ్చిందని చెప్తున్నావు. నచ్చింది అనే దానిలో థింకింగ్ లేదు అక్కడ. ఐ మీన్ ఆ పర్టికులర్ థాట్ లో. Okay. So, see, the thing is that what comes first or last, it is not the, I don't have an answer. Basically, it depends upon the situation. Okay. So, if it is something budget is very high, then you really see what are pros and cons. Then you take a decision based on, yeah, based on pros and cons. If it is the budget is very reasonable and everything is okay, you go by feeling, emotion. Like you like yellow dress or black dress or blue dress. Based on your feeling, you go and choose the dress. So here, most of the times, walk-ins and retailing business happens mostly on impulse purchases only. IBM was the awesome, undisputed king of the computer trade until the entry of Microsoft and Intel. What happened since its dash of fortune? Startling means shocking. Where are they? See? Why? Good. Silent ఉన్న వాళ్ళకన్నా మంచిగా చెప్పావు ఏదో ఒకటి ఒపీనియన్. Why other options do you think are not correct? చెప్పండి అమ్మా మీరు. Why? Firstly, tell me, is this a grammatical question or contextual question? మరి కాంటెక్స్చువల్ క్వశ్చన్ లో మీరు ఏం చేయాలి? మీనింగ్ డిరైవ్ చేయాలి, గ్రామర్ గురించి ఆలోచించకూడదు కదా. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ ద క్వశ్చన్? IBM was the awesome, undisputed king of the computer trade until the entry of Microsoft and Intel. What are they telling? Until Microsoft and Intel enters, IBM was the king. What happened later? They're asking what happened later. Answer ఏమైంది? అది. So what happened after that? It is a startling reversal. Hello. IBM was the king until Microsoft and Intel came into picture. Once Microsoft and Intel came into picture, what happened? IBM was out of the game. So what happened? Startling reversal of fortune. So their future got reversed. కాంటెక్స్చువల్ మీనింగ్ థింక్ చేయాల్సిన టైంలోనేమో గ్రామాటికల్ గా థింక్ చేస్తున్నారు, గ్రామాటికల్ టైం లాగా థింక్ చేయాల్సిన టైంలో కాంటెక్స్చువల్ మీనింగ్ థింక్ చేస్తున్నారు. Did we do this? Chapandama. All of you read the question. Huh? A. How are you approaching the question? Are you all observing what is what are grammatically different in all the four sentences? Huh. See the lens in grammatical sense. Option A. How do you say other options are irrelevant? Huh? Let us start from the last. Passionate efforts on their own has the ability. So what are the differences in all the four options? On their ability, on its. Okay. That is one difference. What is the other difference? Have, has. Okay, very good. Legendary. Huh. Okay. Now let us take first. Do we say on their or on its? Huh? Chapandi, I am asking you. Why? Why not on its? చెప్పాలి నిన్న డిస్కస్ చేసాం ఆల్రెడీ దేర్ వెరీ గుడ్ గివ్ క్లాప్స్ సో we use there for people. It's to represent now animals or things. So we usually say passionate efforts for people, right? So that is the reason straight away now B and C are eliminated. Now you left with A and D. Now what is the second observation you found a difference? Has or have. Now what is the verb we should use? Who said has? Please tell me, why do you think we should use has? అందుకని ప్లూరల్ నౌన్ అయితే has do is has a singular verb or plural verb? నువ్వు కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవ్వ, మాకు ప్రసన్న చెప్పింది దాన్ని బట్టి నీ ఒపీనియన్ నువ్వు చెప్పు, అప్పుడు కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవ్వవు. has plural, so has is singular. Okay, have is plural, so we should use plural, so plural verb, that is have. Passionate efforts on their own have the ability. Got it? So do you all understand how you want to approach the question? మీరు సెంటెన్సెస్ ని 4 times 5 times చదివినా మీకు ఆన్సర్ రాదు. గ్రామాటికల్ సెంటెన్సెస్ ఫైండ్ ద డిఫరెన్సెస్ వెన్ ద ఫ్రేజెస్ ఆర్ సేమ్, స్టార్ట్ ఎలిమినేటింగ్ what is the right fit, then you will end up with easily one answer, because reading this kind of questions takes lot of time. చదవండి ఇది క్విక్ గా, ఎవరు ఫాస్ట్ గా చెప్తారో చూద్దాం. పెద్ద క్వశ్చన్ కదా, చెప్పామా? వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఆన్సర్? వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఆన్సర్ చెప్పండి మరి. సియా? ఎందుకని? అదేదో పే ఫర్ ట్రైనింగ్ అదా? బాబురే మీరు క్వశ్చన్లు కూడా గుర్తుంచుకుంటున్నారా? మీరు చదవండి. చెప్పండి. డి. Yeah, tell me why not other options? So what are the differences in all the options? Has, have, has. Oh yeah, we have done this, right? Yeah, I remember. Now when I was reading, I was able to recall by giving explanation. Oh, this also we were done. Okay, this was done. No. Okay, to rest of the questions we will solve tomorrow. No. We in the next 30 minutes we will do small communication exercise. Okay. Only we have 30 minutes. So what I am trying to do, I will give you 10 minutes of time. Just reflect. I mean, no need to reflect. Just think about a 1 minute or 2 minutes topic where you can speak. Okay. So it can be any personal experience of your travel you did, or your hostel memories, or anything. It can be anything. I would like to see people who haven't spoken much. Okay. And people who feel, okay, I did not get an opportunity to speak. So there are people like that, right? No. Okay, show up your hands. How many of you